touch on something you talked about before. Offensively, not quite as good so far.
They've been a little out of sync. Their shooting is down. You know, last year, Kevin, it was sort of amazing. They were in the top 10 in shooting, field goals, three-pointers, free throws. They took the fewest shots per game of anybody in the NBA, and they averaged over 100 points a game, which was like 11th in the league. So their offensive efficiency last year was terrific. So you play the kind of defense they do, and then you are in the top 10 in those three shooting categories. No wonder you were plus 10 point differential, which was best in the league, and you win a championship.
Drive by Iverson. That's the first field goal in the last 6 minutes. As you take a look at the numbers of the Celtics this season.
And you can see when they struggle to score what it does in their two losses, 82 points. Look at their shooting, points in the paint, only 24. And one of the things they're trying to do, Kevin, this year is throw the ball in the post more. They thought they got jump shot happy last year. And you can see the ball go down in the block, the Poe work inside out and make some good things happen.
It worked on a Flalo. And that is a foul on a Flalo.
I think they might be calling that on Stuckey for reaching in.
I think you're right. That's the second on Stuckey. So 8:30 to play here in the second quarter. It's the second meeting between these two Eastern Conference finalists a season ago. Boston creamed Detroit game one. And tonight, the Celtics on top by 5. Earlier this week, the Celtics captain Paul Pierce, with an assist from Kevin Garnett and Doc Rivers, hosted a star-studded charity bowling tournament where he announced the launch of his newest initiative, the Truth on Health. The program will promote healthy lifestyles among inner-city youth with a special focus on the importance of nutrition and daily exercise. Proceeds from the tournament will benefit Pierce's foundation, the Truth Fund. The NBA, where caring happens. Well, the Pistons led early by 11. Celtics have led by as many as 7. Celtics bench has been terrific. 5 of 7 with 11 points. And right now, Boston on top by 5. And here is Leon Poe out of Cal at the free throw line. He led the Pac-10 Conference in scoring and rebounding.
Kevin, you wonder why this game has changed. Well, all you need to talk about the bench. 11-0, so the plus 11. Remember, it was plus 20 the first time they played. More importantly, Pistons started out 5 of 6. Their offense is running smoothly. Since then, 3 of 12. And Michael Curry, in that last time out, talked to his team. He said, look, things aren't going well for us right now. You got to play through it. You can't drop your head. Keep getting to the basket and finishing play. So let's see if they get to the basket and maybe finish a play here.
There were no changes coming out of that break as Iverson travels. So the 5 that were on the floor before he left are on as we come back. Doug, with Allen Iverson, the Pistons are 4-3. Without him, 4-0. Doc Rivers made interesting things that when you pick up a point guard middle of the season, it's like changing 75% of your offense.
No question, because the tempo of the game is different. When you deliver the ball is different. There's a long miss by Eddie House, and they're getting used to a different tempo. And one of the things you would expect with Iverson, turnovers are going to go up. One of the things that Detroit has always done is take great care of the ball, so you got to keep your eye on the turnovers. But on the positive side, shooting 10 more free throws. Look at this with Allen Iverson, 10 more free throws. The scoring is down a little bit, but remember now, those first 2 games, he joined them in New Jersey and then played against Boston. So really, I go more off the last 5 games. They won 4 of 5, so I look at really the last 5 games more the tendency than the first 2.
Glenn Davis just picked up his second personal foul. Ray Allen has checked in for Scalabrine. Here is Hamilton back in the game. Here's Prince working on Big Baby Davis. It's picked off by Allen. He's got a breakaway and he'll sail in. Tony Allen. It seems like, Doug, every time we see him, and we saw him right after he came back from that torn knee, every game we see him, he looks stronger, more confident, certainly more nimble.
Well, you see it in football all the time, Kevin. Does it take a guy, maybe a year and a half before he really wants to get back and really trust that leg?
And Stuckey finds Maxio, and he douses the defense of Davis and takes it inside. Jason Maxio.
Well, finally got in the paint, got a score, and Kevin, a little reminiscent this quarter. Remember in the Palace, the last time they played 30-10 in that second quarter in favor of Boston.
And Davis from outside over Maxio. Rebounded inside of Flalo. He saves it, gets it off to Tayshaun Prince. That's where they miss McDice with that second unit. So they've had to use some starters, and Doug's talked about that. They bring in Prince, they bring in Hamilton. Here's a follow, and Hamilton outside working by Allen. Gets free, and a floater from 15.
So that's an up and under move. I like Rip Brother shooting that long shot, but Tayshaun Prince is playing the 4 spot right now. And the reason he is because they have to have a big man that can shoot the ball out there with Rasheed Wallace